If you jump out of a plane, falling is unavoidable. Only a parachute will save you. But at work, you don't need to rely on a parachute to save you if you slip, trip, or fall. Too many accidents in the workplace are due to falls, and over half of them happen on smooth floors. This means that the majority of falls are not from height, but due to simple accidents. Accidents that can be avoided. Slips. What are the hazards that can cause you to slip, trip, or fall? Lack of grip is the main cause of slips. You can lose your grip on shiny surfaces or wet patches caused by leaks or bad weather. In bad weather, think of potential risks and wear shoes or boots which prevent slips. Use anti-slip strips for better grip during work on smooth surfaces. If you see a puddle anywhere, clear it up immediately, or at least put barriers around it. Repair leaking equipment, and where necessary, put something in place to catch the fluid. Trips. Obstacles in corridors or on stairs are dangerous. A common cause of trips is cables or flexes which aren't secured properly. Uneven floors, such as thresholds in doorways and lifts, are another potential hazard. You can prevent trips by keeping gangways and work areas clear. Put away tools and other equipment that aren't being used and throw rubbish into rubbish bins. It may not be your rubbish, but safety is all about teamwork. A few minutes' work can prevent an accident and spare you or a colleague months of rehabilitation. Never use stairs as a storage area. Don't leave filing cabinets open. Flexes and cables increase the chance of tripping, both on the shop floor and in the office. So cover them with cable protectors, or move them so that they don't run across open spaces. If the cable is only going to be used for a short while, you should tape it down, provided it's only meant as a temporary measure. If you're carrying a large load, you might not be able to see where you're going, so you must take extra care in order to avoid obstacles and tripping on uneven floors, especially if you're stepping out of a lift or moving into a different room. The simple but most effective rule is to be on your guard and look where you're going. Poor lighting is also dangerous. Use all available lighting and replace defective light bulbs and repair broken switches as soon as possible. In a space with no lighting, use a torch and go carefully. Follow designated paths and don't take shortcuts. It may seem quicker, but can be much more hazardous. Falls. Incorrect use of ladders, defective equipment, and unprotected or unmarked openings in the floor are all hazards. Using improvised ladders or standing on boxes, desks, or chairs should be avoided. These, together with the incorrect use of ladders, are the major cause of falls in the workplace. Don't put yourself in danger unnecessarily. Always use the appropriate climbing equipment, even for simple things like replacing a bulb or light. Check the ladder for loose or broken rungs before you use it. Make sure that the ladder is long enough so that you don't need to use the top 2 rungs. Use the 1 in 4 rule for maximum stability. The bottom of the ladder should be 1 meter away from the wall for every 4 meters in height. Have a colleague hold on to the bottom of the ladder so that it doesn't slide away. Or if no one is available, secure the top properly. If you're using ladders in a doorway, either lock the door or leave it wide open so other people can see it clearly. Make sure that it can't be knocked over if someone opens the door. Sometimes you have to carry out work at a greater height. If you're working at a height of more than 2 meters, you must use safety equipment, such as fall protection equipment or some other form of safety device. Unprotected or unmarked openings in the floor can also lead to falls. Before climbing stairs, make sure that your leading foot is secure before placing any weight on it, and always use the handrail. Remember that stairs shouldn't be used as a storage area, and they must be kept clear of rubbish. We'll now look at a few hazardous scenarios. Assess each situation in order, then think about a course of action which would improve safety. This man is walking past a puddle. What now? Clearing up the puddle is something that needs to be done, but it's not the immediate solution. What should he do first? Before doing anything else, he should mark out the area so that no one else slips before it's cleaned up. By clearing up the puddle, he may well have prevented a serious accident. But what's he forgotten? The boxes and the planks. Gangways must be kept clear of rubbish. This woman has been told to attend a meeting straight away, but she wants to clear up first. What should she do? Things can't be left like this. The right course of action is to tidy up before leaving. If someone comes in now, they could injure themselves. Never leave behind rubbish that may be a danger to others. But what hazard has she overlooked? The telephone wires and computer cables are creating a trip hazard. Flexes and cables should be diverted or covered up by cable protectors. This man needs tools from the storeroom, but the light isn't working. What now? The torch was a correct choice, but he left the real problem to someone else. Therefore, replace broken lights and have broken switches repaired straight away, or report it to your supervisor or team leader. The problem appears to be a broken switch. He's reported it and the electrician has repaired the switch, but now one of the lights isn't working. He was correct to check the step, as defective equipment can lead to falls. But what other important hazard has he forgotten? If you're using a step in a doorway, you should either lock the door or leave it wide open to prevent an accident. Keep your workplace clean, irrespective of whether it's your rubbish or not. Look where you're going, particularly with uneven floors, or if you're stepping in or out of a lift. Use designated routes and the correct climbing equipment for jobs. Secure loose flexes and cables in the appropriate way. Put barriers around puddles or unprotected holes in the ground. Slips, trips or falls can be prevented. Thinking safety might take a few minutes longer, but it's worth it in the end.